First case I will call is Isabel Cartuno Martinez. All right, ma'am, you are charged with a number of felonies. They include 6 warrants for felony aggravated assault, 10 counts of murder, which of course also is a felony. You have no bond on the murder charges. Only a superior court judge can even consider bond on that. You are entitled to have a hearing to consider you for bond within 30 days. So I've made a note of that on your first appearance order. And ma'am, I'm going to caution you to cut out the display for the cameras. It's really not a good idea, and probably not to your benefit. I can't physically stop you from doing it, but it ain't a good idea. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for Thursday, July 20th at 8:30 in the morning. Now, you didn't really complete your financial affidavit. First of all, are you employed?
No, I don't work. No, I don't work.
Do you have the financial capacity to hire and pay an attorney to represent you on these charges?
I don't need an attorney.
You don't need an attorney.
No.
Well, I beg to disagree with you. You have a right to represent yourself. In our Constitution, you have a right to represent yourself.
My attorneys, it's the people that we're fighting for. That's the hope. It's always the hope because it's the last thing that dies. Please, you are the hope of the world, each one of you. It doesn't matter what color you are, because God loves us all.
So you do not want to have a lawyer to represent you.
No.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I can't force one on you. All right? I would highly recommend that you consider changing your mind about that, because you qualify for the court to appoint one at the county's expense. At this stage of things, I cannot coerce you to and will not attempt to coerce you to accept an attorney. However, once again, I would recommend that you let that be done, because you're going to come into court in a couple of weeks and you're going to have the district attorney sitting there and some police detectives sitting here and put up evidence to detain you further on these charges. And I doubt that you're well equipped to handle that on your own. But that's your decision. I will make a note that you intend to represent yourself. You may have a seat.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Let me address one more thing with you. One thing we can do is an appointed attorney that wouldn't be representing you, but at least can advise you on court procedures, so that they could be in court to advise you on things that can or can't be done, but wouldn't stand in your place. So I can do that.
For me, the hope and my attorneys are always going to be the people and my faith. Those are my attorneys. That's why I'm here. It doesn't matter anything else. I'm representing the people that's humble, that's hardworking, the people that suffer, the people that has a lot of charges, so that they understand that everything's possible with God.
All right, well, we are concluded with you.
Even the impossible.
You probably need to stop talking.
Thank you very much.
Wasn't that delightful? All right, next.
Not have any new felony charges, even if you're on felony probation. That date in the upper right-hand corner will not actually occur, because you can go to court before you reach that date. When you have only misdemeanors, that is a backup date for a preliminary hearing. As a matter of fact, our solicitor's office, which maintains an office here in the jail, will accuse your case by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. You can be in court and you can actually get your case resolved if you have only misdemeanors. If you have one or more felony charges, then that hearing date in the upper right-hand corner of your paper is the next day that you have a hearing. That's your preliminary hearing, also called a committal hearing or probable cause hearing. Underneath that hearing date, your attorney's name and phone number will be located. Once court is done this morning, Judge Thorpe is gonna email your attorney, if you receive an appointed attorney, and give them the information that I've just told you, and that attorney will see you prior to your preliminary hearing. So, here's the first thing that I'm gonna tell you, because I am probably the first defense attorney you've seen since you got arrested. And that is, do not talk to anyone about your case. I know there's a lot of distraction and there's a lot of stuff going on in here, but do not talk to anyone about your case. These people that you're in the courtroom with here, the people in the holding cell, the people in your pod, if you speak to them about your case, you create another witness for the state. And that person can be subpoenaed and brought back to testify against you at the time you have a trial. So don't think because they live in Mississippi or they're getting extradited to California or they came here from Guatemala that they will not be available as a witness. Because the Gwinnett County DA's office will go and get them and bring them back to testify against you. And then if you lose the case, they'll make you pay for it as well. So do not talk to anyone about your case. Every phone call you make from this jail is recorded. When Judge Thorpe comes in here, turns on this recording,